So you want to sit here and you want to get into Arknights, but not really sure of whether it's worth your time or not. I'm level 47. I finally have been playing for a week. It's been a week. I know the thing probably says 8 days. I look at the events tab. Yeah, it says 8, but I played like late at night on a certain day, so it counted as 2 days. But it's been a week. Gotta say, I really like this game. But my friends that did play the game, they all kind of dropped it because they said it wasn't really for them. And I was mostly trying to figure out why. Most of the reasons why people decide to stop playing the game, they all usually follow between these certain questions that I kind of thought about. So I wanted to know if a lot of other people quit the game for the same reason, or maybe you're playing, you want to get into Arknights. Maybe you want to get in Arknights and you don't know whether it's worth your time or not. And trust me, it does want a lot of your time. These are some interesting questions I thought about. So first thing I want to sit here and go over is, well, you guys are going to have to walk and talk with me because I wanted to move some of this stuff. First thing I want to talk about was the early game system. Not gonna lie, it's pretty freaking garbage. If you're wondering what I'm doing, don't worry about it. It's incredibly overwhelming. The jam pack you with so much information that your brain just like wants to spontaneously combust. Especially with people who get overstimulated pretty fast. But when you try to get in for later, you try to play the game at a later time, it gets really freaking good. Like really good. But we're gonna go back to just the early game stage. The tutorials about the tower system, and they just throw everything in your face at one time. It just can be pretty overwhelming, which I understand. So the first question I have for you, do you get overwhelmed easily? Like, does a bunch of information just make you want to like give up on something, or it's just too much, you don't want, like your brain's overstimulated, you can't handle it, so you just like freak out and not want to deal with it? If so, you're gonna have a hard time getting through the early stages, because there's a huge freaking thing. I know it's gonna be absolutely crazy, right? You need to read. I'm sorry, you literally need to read. That's one thing you have to do. Like, this game really wants you to actually read stuff, and I don't read anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. I usually skip through tutorials. I skip through everything and I just figure it out on the way. And let me tell you, me trying to figure it out on the way, worst idea. Like, I sat there, I was streaming it, like, I think during my week of playing. And I sat there for, like, I want to say, like, at least like 30-40 minutes trying to figure out how to just turn the machine on properly. Yeah, but if you're definitely that type of person, I really suggest you're gonna have to take this incredibly slow, like super slow. Yeah, the more stimulated you will actually get as a human being, the more the more I won't recommend this game. This game, though, however, it does get better. Like, the more you play, the more better the game is. Cause I sat there and I'm like, man, this game's like super boring. At the beginning, I didn't really think the game was gonna be for me at all. I felt like I was just gonna drop it. But the more I played, the better it got. And especially when you get to the next area, it just looks visually a lot better. I can't really speak much for the story though. I'm not saying I'm not a story guy, I actually am a story person. But right now, the second arc, I don't know too much about it. Well, I know enough, but not enough has happened for me to have an opinion on it. Basically I need to play it more. But visually, way better. It looks so much better compared to what we had to work with in that barren sandbox looking area. But some people, they don't want to wait for a game to get like good later. It's like it's like trying to watch One Piece or something, right? You know how many episodes One Piece has? I mean, I feel like One Piece is good all the freaking time. But like, a lot of people don't want to get through the art style, right? Because they think, you know, that the game, I mean, like, either the art style for the beginning is like super bad, so they don't want to watch like the first arc of One Piece, or they just it's simply too long, or they think it's bad at the beginning, so they don't want to pick it up. But it gets like really freaking good later, so you have to like sit there and think to yourself, am I gonna sit there and grind out all the way through the beginning phase just so I can have a better experience in the game. So that's kind of where my second question comes in. So my next question to you is, do you have that kind of time? Because I'm not going to lie, most people don't really have that kind of time to sit there and pour hours into a game. So if we look at the hours I have, I'm sitting at, I swear PlayStation tells you, like right here, 9 hours. Hey, nice. Quite a long time. Even though I spent most of that time being knocked out because I played all day. It comes down with both questions. The question that I said before of whether you get overwhelmed easily and it's worth your time. They all work in unison. Every single last one of these questions I'm going to ask, they all work in unison together. Okay? So you sit there, you work like, I don't know, 12 hours at your slave away job, and you come home and you want to play this Arknights game, and now you see you have to read all these freaking tutorials, and you got to go through all this stuff. Like, no one wants to do that, right? That sounds like a pain. And on top of that, a lot of people don't even bother to just like go on YouTube and look at tutorials and stuff, right? Like, not like, I was actually surprised. Still, this other game I was playing, I'm talking to one of my friends that just don't know what the heck they're doing, and they don't even watch tutorials. And I was like, huh. They don't even like go out of their way to just search it up on the internet. Obviously you came in here and watched this, but a lot of people just don't, right? A lot of people don't want to sit down and go watch a YouTube video. They'd rather go watch like Grey's Anatomy or something. That right there again is another form of putting your time into the game, because you still have to go learn how to play the game, and that still is putting in time outside the game for the game. Like, you got to go watch some tutorials on construction. You can get the blueprints from other people, but you still need to learn about the materials. You still need to learn what goes where. You still need to learn where to put where, why this works, how it works. Sometimes, another thing, it's early game. People are going to make mistakes, right? Like, there's always going to be problems. Some things are going to break. You need to fix it. It's just like if your car breaks down in the middle of the highway. Some people know how to fix a goddamn car. Other people are stranded and they gotta call people to fix it. And guess what? When they got people to call to fix it in this game, say they have their blueprint and like, oh man, this thing does not work. Why? It's clogging all the time, or it's having these problems. You need to fix this. One, they can't go in your world and fix it, right? Two, you have to sit there and you have to go off of their time. They're not going to say, oh shoot, let me just drop what I'm doing and fix my blueprint and send you a brand new one. You have to learn about, what, 1 to 2 ratio or 3 to 5 ratio. Well, you don't really need to learn that stuff, but it'd be like very helpful, especially when it comes to like clogging and whatever, all that other random stuff. Either way, learning is very important in this game. That's why Perlica is here to help us all and save the world. So, if you have the time to sit there and want to learn, and you don't get overstimulated, so like I said before, these things work together in unison, and at the same time you need to learn all this information. This is just, most of this is for the early game. It took me forever just to figure things out. I'm pretty stupid, but I will say, after sitting there and trying to figure it out, and once I did figure it out, I felt very proud of myself. I mean, some people may look at this and look at it like, man, this is some easy stuff here, and then another person might look at it like next level calculus. I feel like you will have a better time, a better experience playing the game through the second arc than the first one. I want to talk about the banner system. Now, as you may know, I think this system is pretty good. Only for the fact that if you're sitting there pulling, you get the currency for the weapon banner, which I'm about to show. Basically, you sit there, you do your pulls, and then you get that stuff at the top, on the top corner right there, the little blue things, and you can use it and spend it here, or on other weapons you like, or even weapons you can just literally just straight up buy if you really want to. I've already wished like on 2 of these banners, you get these weapons in about, what, 80 pulls, but this is for the first time only. You get 1 free 10 pull on this banner. I got absolutely nothing. But the rate up for this is like 4% or some crazy number. So you don't even have to trip. You're gonna get like double 6 stars sometimes. Maybe you'll get the weapon twice if you're lucky. But the rate up on this is really good. You don't need to worry too much. I would just say just get the weapon for the character that you are going to be playing. I have to be honest, I feel like you need to at least have a little bit more thought process into your pulling. I just want to give over my overall opinions here now. So I know this game does want your time. It wants your time or it wants your money. It wants one of them. As you can see, I have a decent amount of characters. I haven't spent a dime on this game yet. Right? I have Pog. I have Pog's weapon. I have Ember. I have her weapon. I have a Drellic. I don't even know how to say her name. I don't have her weapon yet, but you get your, you literally get her weapon for free. I also have a Lacerite. You basically, you get a lot, okay? And I haven't spent anything on this game. I pretty much almost have everyone. All because I just put in the hours to sit there and play. So you can get what you're looking for. You just need to play. Or you need to throw your money at it. So if you don't got the time or the money, I wouldn't recommend playing this. If you got time, but you don't got money, I'd recommend playing it. Again, those other 3 questions that come in, I'll probably put them up on the board right now. Make sure you think about these before you play, okay? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Really do sit and consider these. Consider all the things that I just thought about when playing. And I trust me, you will have a good experience if you keep all this stuff in mind. If you do decide to play. And if you don't, you dodged a bullet because this game, the early game is a mess. Alright, that's all. Goodbye.